Out of 5 breaks that Darren has had, he's made 2 and come up dry in the other 3. So, you know, marginally better, but not on the important part, and that's the scoreboard.
But what I don't like about Darren's play, he's playing balls. When he's rolling balls in, he's tending to move a lot. He sort of just rolls them in and he's up straight away. And we've seen a couple of balls that he's missed where he said they've rolled off, and they have slightly rolled off. But if he would have stayed down on his shot, he would have had it in the centre of the pocket, so it wouldn't have mattered if they rolled off.
No, that's not going to help his cause. He's just bumped the yellow down and covered the 8. I mean, that 8 was available to that near corner that you're looking at now, and he's just pushed the yellow in that path.
Yeah, he seems to make a little bit of trouble for himself a lot of the time on the finishes, where Mark Selby's just quite easily running through the balls without any problems whatsoever.
A huge frame.
30 seconds.
Really, Darren's got to keep Mark Selby in his sights. Oh, beautiful shot. Instantly retrieves the situation to one of some merit.
Yeah, because that was a great shot, because he's had to play it down the rail with pace, so that he got back across to disturb the blackout. So I think Darren's given himself a great chance here now to cut that deficit to just 2 frames.
Yeah, and that was a clever little shot. By taking the one into the centre, you can just go up and down with the cue ball instead of trying to swing round and get the wrong angle. I'll have to come and take the middle ball last and have the wrong angle and come into those 2 yellows. So that's very clever thinking. He's still thinking straight. That's the main thing for Darren. And he cued that one extremely well. So he's still in this match.
Well and truly in it. 8 down, 10 now in the books, and it is 6-4 to Mark Selby. He's leading 6-4 right now, Mark Selby.
11th frame, Darren Appleton.
I'll tell you what, it could so easily have been 7-3 if not for a terrific clearance from Darren Appleton in the last. And what's more, against Selby's break. So frame number 11. And the man who has been to this final before and wants to go one step further than that experience where he lost to Mick Hill in 2004 is set to break.
He's made a yellow in the middle pocket, and you'll notice there on the break-off he actually changed his mind about where he was going to break off. He was on the left-hand side as we looked, then he's gone over to in the middle, and he's made that yellow.
Yeah, the problem he's got is if he goes reds, he's got 2 reds on the left-hand side cushion, which don't go in any pockets, and he's got no easy starter on a yellow ball, so he may choose reds and have to split into those 2 reds on the left-hand side rail.
Red ball's nominated.
And that's what he's done. He's nominated the reds. He just needs one good cannon, though. If he develops those 2 reds on the left-hand side, he's got a good chance to take the frame. And that's a perfect angle. Just need to be careful now.
Yeah, it'd be nice, Lee, wouldn't it, if he had a red that he could drop onto, knowing that he could disturb those and still play onto one, but he doesn't have that luxury.
And the other danger he's got, when he plays into these 2 reds, they look like they're going to plant up the cushion to where those 3 yellows are on the top left-hand side, so he needs to play this with a little bit of control.
Bit too hard, but that was the danger both that you and I talked about. He's not only bumped that red up towards the yellows, but he didn't have another red that would have been at his mercy, even developing these 2. Hence, and nothing more than defense now from Darren Appleton. But another look, I think he actually tried to get inside there and flick the red on the right-hand side as we look.
30
Now
seconds.
he has got the option of just clipping off the edge of the red, sending the white to the cushion and trying to get the cue ball back glued against that red ball, but it's a tricky little shot.
Yeah, he's not made up his mind, and 30 seconds has been called.
Well, I don't know what he's played there.
No, it was a mistake. Certainly
Yellow
couldn't have
ball's in
intended
play.
the double kiss, and he's left a yellow on for Mark.
Yeah, I think he's trying to play off the edge of it and send the cue ball up into the top right-hand corner. And he's got a double kiss on the way.
As you say, Lee, yellows were probably the ball he would like to have taken, but he didn't have an opening shot.
Well, that's not Mark Selby's best effort. He does have a tricky yellow top right, but you can see he's bumped the other one into deeper traffic. Now, I don't know whether those two yellows at the bottom of the table are set into a plant into the corner. They look very close.
Yeah, that's a possibility, and also once he's potted the yellow in the top right-hand corner, which he hasn't done, that option's out of the way now, so it's up to Darren to try and wrestle some momentum. I was thinking of, Jim. Momentum.
Old Mo. Yeah, old Mo's been known to change chairs, Lee. Well, we talked about those yellows and whether they offered a plant set into that corner, and it certainly looks like it.
It's a clever little shot by Darren. He's brought the cue ball up to the top right-hand corner. Those reds must pass into the top left, so this is a good opportunity now for Darren to close the gap.
Yeah, I think we saw on the overhead shot a couple of seconds ago that both these reds will pass into that same corner pocket, and he's just got to play a couple of nice little control shots here. It looks like he might have just overcut that a little bit, Lee. He's left this a little bit thin maybe, but
yeah, he's made that missable now, but you know, it's a must-win visit for Darren here. He's fine looking at that angle. He can bring the white into the middle of the table, no problem.
The key is the position from this red to the last, and that certainly will hold the key to victory for Darren Appleton in frame number 11. Mind you, if that black was available, he could well shoot the other red, Lee. Must not be out enough from that black, because he certainly would shoot the red top left.
Yeah, he's just trying to work which way he wants to go about his business. He's not too sure. He has only got a minute, so he needs to make his mind up.
I think we just heard the 30-second call a few seconds ago, so Darren has been known to take right up to the 59-second before now.
And over at one tournament, and the final of the International Pool Tour this season, and the deciding frame against Phil Harrison, he was time fouled on a finish with 2 balls left.
Yeah, probably looked for the bridge after that one. But he's going to have to come with a shot here. He just overran intended position. And pulling that cue ball back, that's a great effort. It's not going to be the easiest of 8s, but he's given himself a chance.
He might, it's thin enough where they'll just run into those yellows. No, he's jacking the cue up, so he's obviously trying to avoid them.
He's got the 8. It just goes in the tradesman's entrance. And for the first time in this match, Appleton takes 2 in a row. 6-5 to Selby. Frame 12. And Lee Kendall, you said earlier you'd like to see whether or not Selby would be able to perform if questions were asked. Well, I think they're being asked. Nothing down, and at 6-5, the pressure will definitely start to mount.
Yeah, I'd like to see if Darren got into a couple of frames lead towards the back end of this match, just to see if Mark was able to respond to the Appleton onslaught. But he's got to get to that stage yet. He's 6-5 down.
Well, if the last two frames are any indication, Appleton has found another gear.
30 seconds.
Yeah, and he's got a tricky little finish here. He's got a yellow blocking the 8 ball into the centre, and he could possibly play the red inside that to free that. So with this red passing into the top left-hand corner, if the red's passing the bottom right-hand corner, all of a sudden it's an easy finish. And it makes me think how he's played position. They must go in the bottom right-hand corner. Great opportunity this to level the matchup.
Looks very close. With certainly the red into the center off the yellow. I mean, at some stage, you know, you may have to try and just alleviate a few of the problems around that 8.
Yeah, I think he ideally would like to be straight when he played this shot. He's just on the off angle, so this is now missable. He hasn't got the full pocket, and that's why he's missed it.
Yellow ball's in
He
play.
didn't give that near enough attention.
I was going to say, we saw from the camera shot that I don't think that went. It wasn't on that shot.
It was definitely on Sean, but he would like to have been straight on it. It went into the left-hand side of the pocket, but for the angle that he had, you know.
Well, he was certainly a long way with the shot, a long way away with the shot then.
Yeah, needed a bit more care, as Jim said. You'll call you James and Jim.
There was some shot from Selby there. I mean, he thumped that into the middle, and then he's drawn right back off that side cushion. Now, this yellow here that he's looking at is one that needs to be developed.
I think what he's maybe trying to do is pop this one to the right-hand corner and bump into that yellow and knock it down below the red, so he can take it into the left-hand corner pocket.
Yeah, it was a tricky shot because he caught the other red first, so you know, it's another lifeline for Appleton. You know, he's got a full double into the top right-hand corner if he wants, but he's going to be bridging over the red ball. It's a big pocket. But bridging over that red ball, it needs to be a big pocket to play that shot. He's just looking now. I think he's forced into playing it. The double into the top right-hand corner.
Seconds.
I'm sure if he gets this, it'll bring the house down. Well, I think he didn't want to play it bridging. He's going to play it later on into the same pocket.
He's certainly got a bigger pocket, as you said, Lee, with that red there.
He just looked as though he was trying to slide the yellow beneath the red over the pocket, which from our angle it looks like it doesn't go.
No, that doesn't go into there, Lee, as you say, from the overhead shot we've seen.
He's taken a little more time than he was earlier.
30 seconds.
Well, the way he plays that, you would... No, he's looking at the double, so he must be leaving it to the last shot. So it's probably the yellow either into the centre or all the way up the top cushion. All the way up the rail.
What a fantastic shot from Mark Selby there, Jim.
Never used the red. He wants to save it, because I still think his only chance, as you suggested, Lee, is to try and double that yellow up into that pocket.
Well, I think he's come a little bit too far with the cue ball, Jim. It's very close to double kissing. That's why he's just tapped the butt of his cue on the floor. It's a much harder shot from this side.
Now he's got to get the cue ball out of the way, and I'm not sure he can.
Yeah, my prediction is a double kiss here.
30 seconds.
Yeah, he got the double kiss. I don't think the shot was on. He was trying to something. Oh, he hasn't fluked it. But
He's
where's the
fluked
yellow?
the yellow into the middle pocket.
And left himself a chance at the last. I mean, what can you say about that Darren Appleton's face won't tell you? Does that not say it all?
Outrageous.
Yeah, we saw one outrageous shot from him earlier on, where he's come off 2 cushions into the middle pocket. And a simple black ball takes the frame.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, that's all you can say. And just like that, what should have been 6-6 is 7-5 to Mark Selby.